Is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, 25th chapter, text number 38, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on December 7th, 1974, in Bombay, India.
The Lord continued, "My dear mother, devotees who receive such transcendental opulences are never bereft of them. Neither weapons nor change of time can destroy such opulences. Because the devotees accept me as their friend, their relative, their son, preceptor, benefactor, and the Supreme Deity, they cannot be deprived of their possessions at any time."
Nakarichit maspara santa rupe nakhanti no me animisho lady heti jesamaham priya atma sutascha sakha guru suhira devamistam. So, here is explained that how spiritual life is eternal and without any distraction. Here in the material world, whatever we have, it is destructible. It will be destroyed. Today one is my son, so tomorrow the sun may be destroyed. But if you accept Krishna is your son, he will never be destroyed. That is the difference. Here, whatever opulence we have got, you may have family, friends, sons, daughters, and so many things we possess. We enjoy life in the varieties of representation. Atab liyachetra sutapta vittai janasya mohoyam ahamameti. Here we aspire after having good apartment, good house, griha, kshetra, possession, property, athak griha kshetra, suta, children, apta, friend, vitta, riches, we possess here. But this possession is illusion. Janasya mohoyam, because it will not stay. This griha, either the griha will be destroyed, or I am the inhabitant, I will be destroyed. There will be separation. Here nothing is permanent. Griha kshetra sutapta vittai. Therefore it is illusion. We do not understand it. We take this permanent, and Krishna not permanent. But that is not the fact. The fact is that Krishna is permanent, but Krishna's material energy is not permanent. Therefore, it is said, Shantarupe, my dear mother, na karhichit matpara. Matpara, mat means Bhagavan is speaking. Matpara. Whenever, as in the Bhagavad Gita also, there are many words. Matpara. Plural number matpara. The same thing. Here also, Kopilde, the Supreme Personality of Godhead says, Matpara means my devotees. My devotees who have taken me as his son, friend, lover, master, There are so many rasas, Shantaras, Dasaras, Sakharas, Vatsalyaras, Madhuryaras, in so many. Those rasas or melas are represented here in the material world in a temporary way. Here we have got the same rasa. I love my son, I love my friend, I love my husband. There is love. But this is all temporary. But if you transfer this love to Krishna, either as your master or the Supreme, or as friend, or as your son, or as your lover or husband, it will never be destroyed. That is permanent settlement. This is demanded. But the Mayavadis, they cannot understand. They think that in the spiritual world, there is no more such relationship as master, friend, or father and son, or beloved and the lover. There is no such thing. But here in the Shastra you say that that is real life. This is not real life. It is shadow. In the Bhagavad Gita in the 15th chapter it has been described as shadow, urdhamulam adhoshakha, asatham prahu abhyam. Asatham, we have got experience of banyan tree. It is very durable. It stands for many, many hundreds of years. Therefore, this material world has been compared with the asatham tree, very real and very expansive. It goes on increasing. That is very nicely described in the 15th chapter. There it is called urdhamulam. Urdhamulam means here we have got experience. The tree has got its roots underneath, down. But this material world which is compared with the asatha tree, the root is upside and the branches downside. That means it is shadow. We can experience of this tree, urdhamulam, the root upside and the branches downside. We have got experience where it is. In the shadow, if you stand on the bank of a river or reservoir of water, and if there is any tree by the side of that reservoir water, you will find the shadow, urdhamulam, the root upside and the branches downside. Exactly the same tree, but it is shadow, it has no fat, it is simply shadow. Many places it has been compared with the mileage in the desert. It's like in bright sunshine in the desert you will find that there is water. So the thirsty animal, they think there is water, they jump over it, and the animal runs after the water, and the water also goes away. Sometimes we have got also experience in bright sunshine on the street, we find exactly a shadow of water, but there is no water. Teju Barimit Amrisha, in the Bhagavad it is stated, Teju Barimit Amrisha. Sometimes in the water we see land, and on land we can see water. This is called Marichika or mileage. Similarly, actual life, or life means we are enjoying some rasa, some relationship. I enjoy in the family with my children. There is some rasa. They are calling me father, I am enjoying. Or somebody is calling me a son, I am enjoying. Some woman is calling me husband, I am enjoying. Some woman I am calling wife. Some person I am calling servant, and he is calling me. This relationship we enjoy. But this enjoyment is shadow. This is not real enjoyment. We have no information. This enjoyment can be achieved in the similar way with Krishna. Krishna therefore comes in person just to teach us how you can enjoy with Krishna the same relationship. You can Krishna accept your master as the supreme. You can accept Krishna as your friend. You can accept Krishna as your son. Vatsalya, just like Mother Jasoda. Mother Jasoda and Nanda Maharaj, Vasudeva or Devaki, they are all devotees. Nobody can become the father and mother of Krishna, of the Supreme Personality of God. That is not possible. He is the Supreme Father. Aham bija padapita. He is everyone's father. Sarvajoni shukontriya. Therefore, those who are not Krishna conscious, those who do not know how our relationship can be established with Krishna, they ask that who is the father of Krishna? If Krishna is the father of everyone, then who is the father of Krishna? That is natural question, because we are thinking Krishna like us. But the Shastra says that he is the father of everyone, but nobody is his father. Anadi Adi. Govindam Adi Purusam Tamaham Bhajami. Anadi. Anadi means he has no beginning. Just like we are beginning from our father. Our life begins from our father. The father begets the child, and the birth is the beginning of our life. Similarly, we think that Krishna is also child of Vasudeva and Devaki. Therefore, he has the beginning. But Krishna is not like that. In the Bhagavad it is described about the Krishna's birth. Krishna appeared as Narayan, Chaturbhuj, before Vasudeva and Devaki. But Devaki, because previously her 7 sons were killed by Canto, so Devaki immediately prayed to the Lord that this time you have appeared as the Supreme Lord Vishnu. Now immediately Canto will kill you. Formerly, my so many sons appeared as human child, they were killed, and Canto is searching after killing God, Krishna, the Supreme Lord. Now you have appeared exactly 400 Narayana, immediately will be killed. That is affection. That is called Yogamaya affection. So kindly you appear as ordinary human child. This is the description in the Bhagavatam about Krishna's birth. So he did not appear immediately as a human child. He appeared first of all as the 400 Narayana. Then on the request of the father and mother, he became a child. This picture we have got in our Krishna book. So that is the position of Krishna. Krishna is the father of everyone. That is said in Bhagavad Gita. Sarvo joni shukonteya sambhavanti murtaya tasam mahad brahma ahamapi mahad brahma tasana mahad brahma joni ahamapi japutapita. The material world, the material nature is the mother of living entities, and it's like to give birth to a child, there is necessity of father and mother. So Krishna says that I am the Bija Pita. So he is everyone's father. But who may ask, then who is his father? See, his father is devotee. When he accepts anyone as his father, that father is his devotee. That is said here, that Karahichit Matpara Jishamaham Priya Atma Sutascha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is loved by the devotee as their son, as his son. Sutascha. Somebody loves Krishna as his son. The Vasudeva and Devaki, in their previous life, they underwent severe austerities. After their marriage, they immediately were not anxious to beget child. They went to the forest and began practicing austerity and penances. Severe. Some hundreds of years. Then Krishna appeared. Then what do you want? Why you are undergoing so much severe? No, we want a son like you. Then we enter into the family life. So Krishna said that where is another Krishna? This God is one. So if you want a son like me, then I will have to become your son. There is no competitor. God has no competitor. God is one. Eka Brahma, Nitya Nasti. This is it. Krishna therefore says, Mamekam. Mamekam. Sarvadhanman Parittajya Mamekam. Krishna is one. But Krishna can expand. That is Krishna. The Mayavadi philosopher says that if Krishna has become everything, then where is Krishna? Krishna is finished. This is Mayavadi philosophy. That is materialistic idea. Just you take a big piece of paper and you tear it into small pieces and throw it. Then the paper has no existence. The paper is finished. But Krishna is not like that. Advaita Achyuti Anadi Ananta Rupam Adyam Purana Purusha Navajauvanancha. He has expansion, many thousands, many millions. Just like Krishna says, Ishvara Sarva Bhutana Hrideshe Arjuna Tishtati. Krishna is situated in everyone's heart. And there are many millions and trillions of hearts. Not only human beings, there are animals, there are trees, plants, aquatic, fishes, so many. Anantaya, Sanantaya Kalpate. There is no counting of the living entities. Also. And Krishna, the Paramatma, Krishna's another feature. He is everywhere. That does not mean the same materialistic idea that Krishna has entered so many millions of hearts, then where is the existence of Krishna? This is called Mayava. Nirvishesh. The Krishna is finished. No, Krishna is not finished. Krishna still remains. That is the Vedic injunction. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyati. We read this Vedic mantra, still we think Krishna is finished. Because he has entered so many hearts of living entity, that Krishna is finished. There is no more. That is Nirakarva. But that is not the Vedic version. Vedic version is that not only Krishna's incarnation, but even if Krishna, the full 100% God, if he is distributed, or if he distributes himself in many millions of forms, still he is there, in the same strength. Just like if you take some blood, my energy, out of my body, then after taking some quantity, my body becomes weak because so much energy is taken up. But the Veda says, Purnasya Purnamadaya, Purnameva Avashishyate. The balance is Purna. That is Krishna. You take full strength. Krishna is Sarvasya Purna, Almighty. So you take Almighty, and in millions and millions of units, is still the Almighty. That is Krishna. So we have to understand Krishna in that way. And if we can understand Krishna, Janma Karma Chame Digbam, Jo Janati Tattva. This Tattva you will understand from the Vedic literature. What is Tattva? Vadanti Tattva Vidas Tattvam Jad Jnanam Advayam. So, Krishna is never diminished. There is a little story, very interesting. So, one poor boy, he was a student in his school, and the teacher's annual ceremony of father's death would be held. So he requested all his students, what he will give me contribution. Formally the teacher was not taking any salary. But whatever he wanted, the students will bring either from parents' house or by begging. That was the system. The teacher would not charge anything, and Brahmana cannot be charge anything. Generally the Brahmanas were teachers. That is one of the profession of the Brahmana. Everyone must have livelihood. The Brahmana livelihood is pathon pathon. He must become a learned scholar, and he will make others also learned scholar. That is Brahmana. Pathon pathon jajana jaja dana pratigraha satkarma. 6 kinds of profession for the Brahmana. And Kshatriya's profession is to give protection to the citizen, and there is some tax. 25%, not more than that. Whatever is income yours, give 25% to the Kshatriya king. That's all. That includes sales tax, this tax, that tax, so many tax. Income tax, all finished. You give 25%. And if you have no income, no tax. Not like that. Even if you have no income, now last year you gave so much tax, you must give it. Otherwise your property will be sold. Not like that. So that is Kshatriya's income. Similarly, Vaishya's income, Krishi Goraksha Vanijam. Agriculture, cow protection. And if there is excess food stuff, then he can sell, make trade. And Shudras, they will simply help. So this teacher, the original story, the teacher asked the student, what? Somebody said, I contribute this cloth, somebody said rice, somebody said something. Now there was one poor student, he had no means, he was very poor. So when he was asked, so he replied that I cannot say anything without asking my mother. All right, you ask your mother and tell me tomorrow. So he asked, my dear mother, all my class friend has promised the teacher to contribute this, that. So my turn is there, what shall I promise? The mother said, my dear son, now we are so poor, we cannot give anything. But if Krishna gives, he is Dinabandhu, the friend of the poor. So if he gives something to you, you can promise. Oh, where is Krishna? What is his name? His name is Dinabandhu, friend of the poor. Where is? I understand that he is in the forest. So he went to the forest and called, Dinabandhu brother. where he began to cry. So Krishna came. When a devotee is very much eager to see him, Krishna comes. He is very kind. So, why you are asking? My mother, you want Vinobandhu? So this is my condition, sir. What can I promise? So, he said that you promise that you will supply jugat, dahi. You will supply dahi. So, he was very much satisfied, and he came to the teacher that my Dinabandhu brother, Dada, he will supply dahi or jugar for whatever is required. Oh, that's nice, very good. So on the day of ceremony, he went to the forest again and called Dinabandhu Dada, and he gave him a small pot of dahi, jugar, a small pot. He was a child, he did not know, and he brought it to the teacher. Now, this is my contribution. My Dinabandhu brother has given, so you take. There are hundreds and thousands of people will be given foodstuff and this much dahi. He became very angry. He became angry, he did not care, and the pot fell down, and the jugar also fell down. But after some time, when he came, he saw that although the jugar has fallen down, the pot is full. Then he again dropped it, again it is full. He dropped it, again it is full. Then he could understand that he is spiritual. Purnasya purnamadaya purnameva avashishya. You take the whole thing, you see the whole thing is here. That is Krishna. Not that because you have taken something, 1 minus 1 equal to 0. No. In the spiritual world, 1 minus 1 equal to 1, and 1 plus 1 equal to 1. That is called Advaita. There is no duality. Plus and minus, they are two things. But in the spiritual world, either plus or minus, the same. That is to be understood. That is called absolute, Advaita. So, if you love Krishna, there will be no distraction like the material things. Either you love him as your master. Here, master, so long you are serving, the master is pleased. And the servant is pleased so long you are paying. But in the spiritual world there is no such thing. If I cannot serve under certain condition, then master is pleased. And the servant also, the master does not pay, he is also pleased. That is called oneness, absolute. That is, this example is here. There are so many students in this institution, so we are not paying anything, but they do everything for me. This is spiritual relations. Then Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, when he was in London, his father gave him the Motilal Nehru 300 rupees for keeping a servant. Then once he went to London, so he saw that the servant is not there. That the Pandit said, "Where is your servant?" He said, "No, what is the use of servant? I have nothing to do. I do it personally." No, I wanted that an Englishman should be your servant. So he has to pay for it. This is an example. I have got hundreds and thousands of servants, but I haven't got to pay. This is spiritual relations. This is spiritual relations. They are serving not for being paid, What I have got, I am poor Indian. What can I pay? But the serving servant is out of love, spiritual love. Now I am also teaching them without any salary. This is spiritual. Purnasya Purnamam. Everything is full. So if you accept Krishna as your son, as your friend, as your lover, you will never be cheated. So try to accept Krishna. Give up this false, illusory servant or son or father or lover, you will be cheated. Therefore, Krishna says, Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam saranam. You accept me as your son, as your friend, as your master, then you will be happy. Thank you very much.